Welcome back to Oneness Lore. You are likely watching this vlog because you have been advised that you are to retain, or shall I say, to obtain a foreign resident clearance certificate. And I'd like to remind you before we get further into this vlog that this is not personalised advice. We recommend that you speak with your solicitor and your conveyancer in regards to the details of this part of the process, and also that the law and or the process of this may change. This is current at the time that we are recording this. Therefore, it's important to ensure that things are all up to date, and this vlog could be up for a little while, so you may wish to also get in contact with us to ensure that this information is still correct. So the ATO now requires all sellers of residential property in Australia to obtain a foreign resident clearance certificate. If they're not able to get a clearance certificate, then they would be provided with a variation notice, or they would not be provided with the clearance. And if you're not provided with the clearance certificate, then you would be withholding 15% of the sale or the purchase price of the property, and that would be withheld at settlement and paid to the ATO. So to complete the application, you can do so online. The ATO has a website. I'll leave a link in the description box below for that. Or you can also fill out the application that we provide you, and you're able to get us to apply for the application online on your behalf. Now, if you have issues with completing this application either online or in the electronic form that we can provide you, let us know, of course. Now, the question is, well, what do I do if I don't get a clearance certificate in time for settlement? Well, yes, you can potentially extend settlement, but that'll depend on the state you're in as to the laws, should I say the property and the conveyancing laws, as to whether you can do that, whether you have the rights to do that. The worst case scenario is that the 15% would be paid to the ATO, irrespective of whether the ATO would find you to be a tax resident or not. So if you've been living in Australia all of your life, you're born there, maybe you've never left the country, maybe you've always been a tax resident in Australia, you are still required to obtain this certificate. And so it's the purpose of the certificate to obviously ATO to obtain a tax from those that are not considered to be tax residents of Australia. Now, if you are a tax resident of Australia and you do not receive a clearance certificate in time for settlement, the 15% of the purchase price is paid to the ATO. You may still be able to obtain that tax amount back, or some of it, from the ATO at a later date. However, we recommend you speak with your accountant about that. We are not providing tax advice in that regard here in this vlog. So if you've got any more questions, you're welcome to get in contact with us. We have a general email if you haven't contacted us before, and that's info@oneness.com.au. Oneness Lore being LORE. And stay tuned for the next vlog if you'd like to hear more updates from us in regards to conveyancing and property laws here in Australia, and we'll see you again soon.